New Tourism Minister Tobias Kulang says he will walk the Kokoda Trail and climb Mount Wilhelm to show that tourism has to be an attraction from within the country as well as abroad. Barely a week in office since being appointed, Mr. Kulang has begun putting in motion a number of initiatives to improve the image of the country and attract that elusive tourism kina. And as of this point, Minister Kulang says tourism numbers are apparently down since that Kokoda rape incident. There have been many statements made about tourism in Papua New Guinea, but all of them agree that the potential in this industry far outweighs the extractive and even the primary industries. There has been a lot of grandstanding by governments over the years on how tourism should be developed. The drivers of this industry to this point have primarily been those who are involved in attracting visitors, among them the hotels, tour agents, and guest house operators. Papua New Guinea's international point of interest are the Kokoda Trail, Walindi Driving in West New Britain, Mount Wilhelm in Chimbu, just a few. The glamour attractions are our many shows and festivities, the Goroka, Mount Hagen and Enga cultural shows, the Hiri Moale Festival in Port Moresby, and the Canoe, Frangipani and Mambarossa festivals. These, however, are attractions organized separately and in isolation. There doesn't appear to be a coordinated drive to push tourism agenda to the forefront. The last tourism minister, Mosby South MP Justin Tachenko, announced plans to boost tourism in a big way.
Government has put in a huge amount of money this year. 50 million kina is allocated for tourism and promotion this year alone, for developmental projects, for marketing. So we're going in it in a big way this time. This is the biggest amount of funding that has ever been given to tourism ever in our history. So we've got to get it right.
As soon as that announcement, the highly publicized supposed rape incident of an American female and an attack on her partner along the Kokoda Trail. The authenticity of that incident is still an ongoing conversation, but it had done tremendous damage to the reputation of the tourism industry of the country. In fact, tourism numbers have taken a nosedive since then. The new tourism minister, Tobias Kulang, is determined to reverse that.
We're a good team at TPA, and I felt that under previous leadership, they were not connecting. So this is just a thing to just break the ice and connect with the people that we can partner with to do what we have to do, to sell the country.
The member for Kundiawa Gembor took over the tourism, arts and culture portfolios from Mr. Tachenko last week in a recent minor cabinet reshuffle. Minister Kulang is not an outsider when it comes to tourism. His electorate of Kundiawa Gembor is the location of one of Papua New Guinea's adventure tourism icons, Mount Wilhelm. Before becoming an MP, he had helped tourists climb the country's highest peak. Last night, Mr. Kulang gathered all the heads of television services in Papua New Guinea, NBC TV, MTV, and TV1. It was also a gathering for the TV executives to meet and get to know TPA of the same. The minister plans a major television campaign to encourage tourism in Papua New Guinea by Papua New Guineans, as well as those abroad. Details of the campaign packages will be made known later, but what is certain is it will include competitions and challenges. Two first, climbing Mount Wilhelm and trekking Kokoda, two in which Mr. Kulang himself plans to take part. For now, Milne Bay and East New Britain and parts of the West New Britain province appear to be the tourism hotspots. The O'Neill-Dion government has declared Kokopo as the tourism hub, and with that comes funding. TPA today has about 50 million kina to revitalise tourism, an industry yet to be realised.
I've managed to travel a lot, around the world, and I believe that Papua New Guinea can be one of the greatest tourist destinations in the world. We've got some of the best tourist product. I mean, from the highlands, that beautiful stuff up there, to the coast, to the islands, and there's just wonderful places that if we can get our tourist products, hotels and those sort of things developed and get people encouraged to come here and travel, it would be fantastic. We've got it's something that's a growth industry.
Mr. Sid Yates, the CEO of Kina Bank. This is PNG Tonight. After the break, turning Port Moresby's market waste into farming fertilizer.